Hi loves, welcome to my channel. Okay, so I have two small business shout outs, and I also have a project share for one of those businesses at the end of my video. Okay, so the first shout out is for Urban Jems, who is Nurse Tara 04 here on YouTube. It is her store, and I wanted to share what I ended up picking up from Nurse Tara. But really quick, before I share what I ended up picking up, I just want to show you her awesome and beautiful little packaging. So she ends up sending this cute packaging with a bunch of sequins in it as well. And then she sent a very cute thank you, excuse me, that has acrylic stickers in it. These are little sea and mermaid stickers. Okay, so first of all, I ended up getting this Glitter Accents Nuvo Drops in the name of Fresh Snow. And then I got this Crystal Drops, which has the name Simply White. And then I got the Vintage Drops that has the name Chalk Stick. And so I ended up picking up these because I have a few Nuvo Drops, white drops. I have this one right here, which is called Stone Drops, which comes out like it has sand in it. So it comes out really thick and it's chalk white. And then I also had the Crystal Drops, which is Ivory Seashell. So I needed some more different whites. So that's what I got. Okay, now the second store shout out is for Scrap Diva Designs right here. And a lot of you know Erica as Scrap Diva here on YouTube. And so what I ended up buying from Erica this last go around was this bow die right here. And then I ended up getting this phone, the old vintage phone die. And this just reminds me of my grandparents. When I was at my grandparents' house, they had the older phone. And absolutely love this die. And you get the whole phone. And then separately, I ordered the shaker die to go with it. Okay? So that's what I got from Erica. And I don't remember if I ever showed the purchases that I got from Erica before. But my share is going to be this little gingerbread die. I was watching Carol Herlock's channel, which is Carol's Crafting Corner. And I just fell in love with what she did with this particular die. And also I incorporated another die that was, another project inspiration is from DM, who is Cutesy Shelf here on YouTube. I'll go ahead and put all their information down below. Okay, and so I had mentioned that I used some eyelashes, so I did use some of these little eyelashes. They're a thicker eyelash, and I did cut them to make them more pointed, so I did use that. I used the Cricut Cuttlebug waffle embossing folder. Then I used the Peachy King stamps with these little faces on them. And then I did use this one bow. I absolutely love this bow that is part of Anna Griffin's, what's this called? I'm not sure, but this is a birthday card die. And so I used that one bow from this. And I also use some of these perlar beads, and they come like this, but after you melt the perlar beads in the oven, I watched a video and the lady shared how you melt them in the oven and they melt down, and so you get this effect that looks like a little candy. Okay, and so what I ended up creating, my first one that I created, this is DM's project, or not project, but this is DM's, yeah, it was a project that she had did, but she ended up making them into little purses. I wanted to do something different than little purses. My thought on this was to be able to make like a little box, and I know that the purses look so cute with the little straps, but I didn't want the straps to get in the way. And I thought this would be so cute to set on your table and to be able to, like, you can put it right next to your electric or your cutters, you know, your manual cutters. And as you're cutting the pieces, and there's lots of small pieces, you could just tuck them in here and then just carry and go, you know, to wherever your table is. And so that was my thought for it. Or if you have a bunch of like little small pieces of little odds and ends and you just want to slip them in there, you can keep this on the table and slip your little odds and ends inside there and then like distribute them back to where they go later. So they're just little boxes, little simple boxes. So this is the first one that I made. And this is the other side. And this is predominantly with all of the pieces that come in the die set, except for the eyelashes. Okay. So I did use the little circles. Oh, and these little hearts are part of one of Erica's other dies that has a little spoon. So those come out of a spoon, and I'll share that with you also as well. So Diem did a tutorial on how she made the little box. Well, I ended up using a scalloped heart, which was in my stash. And then I also, when she shows that she uses the edges that like are little flyaways that kind of like tuck in, what I ended up doing is I ended up getting ribbon. And I wrapped the ribbon underneath the tuck part that tucks in, and I glued it underneath there. And then I just ran it through the center all the way around and then tucked it in and glued it on that side. And then I wanted something to finish off the look. So I went ahead and made some of the little bows and put them on the insides on each side. And then I also put them on the outside just to finish it off as well. I added some little beads in my stash. Let me see. I think I have, yeah. Oh, wrong one. These beads are bead mix that comes in a set that is from Hobby Lobby. Okay. So I just pulled those out to use those as little feet for the little box. Okay, and then I also used the bows that were in the stamping, in the die set. And I did bows on each side to match as well. Okay, so the outside and the inside match. So that was the first one. The second one I made is more like just a regular little gingerbread with the waffle cone embossing folders. You know, they all have the embossing folders. And this one is like a chocolate flavored waffle. So, and then this is just, you know, the basic waffle. And then there's some more of those little hearts. You can tell I cut out a lot of spoons. Okay, so that is that one. And then I did the same thing. I finished it off with the same colored ribbon. Okay. And then let me move that one side to the side. And then I have been starting on Halloween already. So I got a little Frankie one here. And this part is from another one of Erica's dies, which I'll be sharing soon. And so I ended up doing this one right here. And then I did this little girl on the other side. And like I said, these are just little, when I was making some little pieces and I was cutting out, little pieces for projects. These are some of the little pieces that I had left over from my project that I wasn't sure if I was going to use or not. So they are sitting in here in my little Halloween one for right now. I'll probably gift these, but for right now I just stuck them in there so that I could show you. And then this one is a little Christmas one, and it has a little gingerbread boy on one side, and then it has a little gingerbread girl on the other. And then those are some of the melted perlar beads on there. And then I just added some little stickers that I had in my stash. And then this one, I ended up following it around with, a Christmas ribbon that was from Dollar Tree in there. And this one was just one that I ended up buying as part of a D-stash on, oh my gosh, I think it was eBay. I bought it. So I have that also in here. So those are my little boxes that I thought were really darling. And thank you to those two ladies for these wonderful ideas. And like I said, the only little thing that I ended up doing that I think was different is I ended up putting the little ribbons on the sides, and I finished it off. I ended up putting the little feet on the bottom, and this one I didn't do on the inside, but on the other ones I just kind of finished it off. Oops, a little bit of glue there. I just finished it off a little bit on the inside, but I think, and then I did the little waffle cone. So I think that's the only thing that I did different. But I want to say thank you guys so much for stopping by. Go and see these ladies, show them some love. I'm sure there's something in their stores that you'll find that you could use. And I want to say thank you guys again for stopping by, and I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye guys. Oh, sorry, real quick before I leave. I'm just going to show you really quick. So this is another Scrap Diva design, and it is the little marshmallow mug. Again, DM got me on this one. She did some really cute things with her project shares for this, and so I was going to share my spin on it. And so you have the mug on one side, and then, well, technically you have the mug, and then you also have the, what do you call it, the memory decks. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I couldn't remember. But so this is another Scrap Diva die, and I will be sharing what I created with this particular die. And I want to say thank you guys so much. You'll definitely have to stop by for this one. This one was a fun one. Took me a little while to get it done, but I pulled it off, yes. And I think they just turned out so adorable. So I want to say thank you again. Sorry. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye guys.